Gemini heralds a new dawn in transatlantic communications. Cable and Wireless, one of the world's leading providers of integrated communication services, with major businesses in the UK, US and Caribbean, Hong Kong and Australia, have joined with WorldCom, one of the largest long-distance phone companies in the US, with over 500,000 business customers throughout North America, Europe and Asia, to form Gemini, an enterprise that will link New York and London with a new submarine cable system that provides 30 gigabits per second of resilient telecommunications service through some 12,000 kilometers of undersea cable and overland backhaul. With recent breathtaking developments in telecommunications, there is a growing demand for fast, reliable networks to carry ever more sophisticated internet, intranet, and multimedia services. In this new communications world, customers want secure, resilient services and flexible ways of purchasing high bandwidth capacity. Gemini's transatlantic fiber optic cable is the first direct cable link between London and New York and offers customers major advantages over alternative systems.
Cables historically have been built to carry voice calls. The need today, increasingly, is to carry data and internet traffic, which requires much larger bandwidths, much more capacity. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about satellites. They're enormously valuable for getting to places around the world which are difficult to access. But because the satellite is 22,000 miles up, it takes a long time for the signal to leave the Earth, get to the satellite, and get back to Earth. That creates delay. Data services, internet services, hate delay. Fiber is brilliant for those sorts of applications. So you get the bandwidth and you get, in fact, the efficiency from a cable. And the economics, frankly, on a circuit-by-circuit basis are very similar.
WorldCom and Cable and Wireless are perfect partners for Gemini, a massive project calling for an overall investment of more than $500 million US. WorldCom operate over 25,000 miles of long-distance and metropolitan fiber optic cable, providing services to customers in 13 countries and serving metropolitan networks in over 52 cities worldwide. Cable and Wireless, with headquarters in London and operations around the world, provides over 15 million customers in over 70 countries with a complete range of international, domestic and mobile communication services. Cable and Wireless Marine is the world leader in submarine cable installation and maintenance, and the company owns 1/12 of the world's international fiber optic capacity. With the Gemini cable system forming a hard link between London and New York, computers will be able to handshake and stay in firm contact, secure both in terms of privacy and reliability. Combined with an open-door commercial policy, offering flexibility in both the bandwidths being offered and the way capacity is purchased. Indeed, Gemini is a significant step in the development of a global telecommunications market, in which operators will now compete on a level playing field. The creation of the Gemini system has already begun, with the manufacture of over 6,500 kilometers of cable and repeaters in Australia and France, and the installation of the cable landings at Porthcurno in Cornwall, England, and at Manasquan in New Jersey. With the completion of the transatlantic lay and the overland backhaul to the financial centers of London and New York, Gemini will provide full end-to-end cabling between the hearts of the two cities.
Gemini represents a new concept in transatlantic cables. Rather than just providing service from cable landing to cable landing, we're actually integrating the system all the way from New York to London, so people will be able to acquire service on a true end-to-end basis.
Gemini has awarded the prime contract to build and install the system to Alcatel Submarine Networks. They have pulled together a team representing the best in the business to ensure rapid, effective installation. Manufacturing, loading, laying and testing an advanced fiber optic transatlantic cable is a major operation, requiring specialist skills and facilities to the highest of quality standards. The landing sites are home to numerous existing cables, so the first task is to make sure that the new cable is kept clear of others, both on the beach and underwater. May the 12th, 1997, and the first cable head is brought ashore at Porthcurno. The cable is buried into the beach, connected to the cable station in the village, and extended out to a buoy 3 miles offshore. On August the 31st, 1997, Cable Innovator, the new flagship in the Cable and Wireless Marine Fleet and the most advanced cable-laying ship in the world, picks up this cable end and splices it onto the first section of the main cable. Now the real journey begins. A sophisticated steerable plow is dropped into the sea. This buries the cable safely out of harm's way until the depth reaches 1,500 meters. As Cable Innovator steams carefully across the Atlantic, another cable is laid simultaneously from the US, from the landing at Manasquan, New Jersey. The two meet just off Bermuda in early November 1997. Following splicing and rigorous testing, the cable will be ready to carry traffic before the end of 1997. But that is not the end of the story. Another cable is being laid between Oxwich Bay in Wales and Charleston, Rhode Island. Together with independent loops from landing sites to London and New York, the two transatlantic cables will form a triple loop system to provide a fully integrated, state-of-the-art, synchronous digital hierarchy system connecting the city centers of New York and London. This system sends every message simultaneously down two paths between London and New York. In real time, the two messages are sampled and the optimum signal used. So, if there is any problem in any of the three loops, an alternative signal automatically swings into service, without the user being aware of any change. No other transatlantic system currently offers this level of capability. When the project is complete, the beaches will be returned to their former tranquility, and there will be no visible evidence of change. But out of sight, Gemini will be providing a sea change in how the telecommunications industry as a whole can acquire cost-effective, high-bandwidth, intercontinental capacity, taking its place in the history of global telecommunications.